All right, so we're back in Kansas. Just got back from the Colorado trip, but we're out here. And to preface this, I have not found a single fresh whitetail shed from this year. So I'm hoping now that it's May 8th that there's got to be something out here. We have quite a bit of deer out here on this property, and they were just held on real late. I haven't been here for almost a month now, so I'm assuming I'm gonna find something today. So, and fingers crossed, maybe we even run into an elk shed. That would be insane, especially a drop from this year. But I highly doubt that, but we'll see what we get into today. Let's go. The worst part about having food plots to check is now that it's later in the season, because I was gone and they were just dropping late, I gotta go through all this, 2-foot rye now and see if we can even find anything in here. So wish me luck. Well, I'm an hour and a half in, just crossed 3 miles. Still don't have anything to show. But I'm telling you, there's gotta be something out here. So I'm just gonna keep on trekking, and hopefully we'll be on to something soon. Of course, tons of sign. I mean, during hunting season, there's so many deer out here, a lot of bucks, even elk, as you guys know if you've been watching any of my other videos, but just crazy. Oh, there's a deer right there. Yeah, just spooked a deer over there. I don't know if you heard that, but let's keep going. Everything's just so overgrown at this point. It's making it so difficult to see anything on the ground, even if there was something. And I know there is, but I just have to get lucky that I'm able to see it. This plant. There's another one coming. There's another one. There's another one. If you zoom out, all of these. Are those flowers coming up? It's crazy. You can see there's another one up there. They're all gonna be yellow soon. All right, so I stopped, took a little snack break, got some water, stopped by one of our old ground blinds. Actually, I hunted out of here last season, but I'm gonna keep going. 4.5 miles in. Haven't found anything, which I am very surprised about. But I'm going to one of the better areas. I found some good stuff before. Or I guess antlers in general, and one of the elk spike I found too. So I'm gonna head over here and see if we can get into anything. All right, I'm 5.4 miles in. I'm just looking at this, a lot of bedding activity. I'm on a game trail. And I look right here and I see, like probably an old rub, from a while ago. I'm assuming someone's been rubbing on this with all this. And I'm looking right here. I see some tines. I can already tell this thing is very old, years old, but it's the first shed of the day, really, so years old. I don't know how many, but quite a few. Off there. There we go. Pretty interesting, pretty compact. Just a couple years old, 2 or 3 year old buck when it dropped, but this thing is at least 3 years old probably, so. But at least we got one, so let's see if we can run into anything else. Well, I'm walking on this game trail, and just look right here to my left. I think I found one of the biggest sheds I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. It is an absolute monster. So that is one for the day. Let's keep going. She doesn't know what I am. Alright. Let's keep on going. Alright, well literally, I don't know, 15 seconds after we just passed that doe, walk over here, spawn a tiny little thing. Let's see how small it is. There we go. Oh yeah. That is so funny. I found another one of these earlier already, but this one actually, I think, this is tough. It's hard to tell if this was this year or last year. It's a little cracked. The other one I found was from this year, but I also found it about a month ago. So this one could have dropped just really early this season, or it could have just been last season. Either way, number 2, tiny little thing. Or I guess number 3. There we go. So I'm walking on this game trail. Pretty sure, I think this is gonna be one of the elk. I mean, look how big that is compared to my hand. My fist would just fit in there. Hard to tell if that was just a buck that just kind of scraped forward, or that's one of the elk. It looked like there's some bigger droppings back here though, so I'm thinking it's elk. But either way, I'm following this, and that's another deer right there. But according to my Onyx, I haven't been on this exact path before, so we'll see if there's something over here or not. Quite a bit of sign, somewhat fresh, but we'll see. Just found this on the ground. Anyone know what kind of animal that is? Got some big old teeth on it. One's missing, but interesting. Also, here's some buck tracks, or whitetail tracks right here. You know, that could be doe, could be buck, honestly not sure. But then you go to this, so that's how big it is compared to my hand. All right, and you see this, that is for sure an elk. I mean, things the size of my own hand. Going this way, I'm gonna see if I can follow it back because I just came from over there, and see if I can find something. I got some big, deep tracks. I mean, look at that compared to my foot. It's a dang near half my foot. Those deep tracks. I've just been following these now. I hope they don't disappear on me, but man, I hope I get to the pot of gold on the other side. That would be amazing to find a fresh elk shed. I doubt I will, but I mean, these tracks are heavy through here, so we'll keep following these. All right, so we just crossed 9.5 miles for today. I don't think I found anything since like the 5.5 mile point, if I remember correctly. But about to call it a day. I'm checking through the last of this tall grass, and then I'm gonna slowly make my way back to my car. I really just want to pull one fresh shed from this year out of here, because I don't really know that I got one from this year. That tiny little spike earlier, I don't think was from this year. It could have been, but I think it was last year. I just want to pull one, at least like 3-point fresh from this year. So making a last ditch effort through this tall grass, and I'm getting so many ticks on me, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can pull something out real quick. All right, guys, so decided to come back out here again, just because I still had not found an antler, a shed from this year. So I wasn't planning on filming this, but I actually just found one from this year, so let's check it out. So I just came walking through this direction, heading this way, turned, looked behind the cedar. We had a little 4-point right here. That is pretty bleached from the sun, but it is this year's drop. You know, it's a little guy, but I mean, I guess if we're finding this, I'm just gonna keep on looking and see if I run into anything else. Let's go look. Also, I am back in Kansas. Just came back from Colorado not too long ago, but we're back in Kansas looking for whitetail. And then hopefully we might run into some elk. That would be amazing. It's happened before a couple times. Another big point is my dad saw one of the bulls out here a week or two ago, and he had little nubs on him. So he shed somewhere. I don't know if it was on this property or if it was on a neighboring property. Hopefully it was this one, and if so, hopefully I find it. But we're out here looking, so let's see what we can run into. So another reason I'm out here is you can see these food plots we have are getting baled up right now. So it's always hard to see once this is all overgrown to see if there's any antlers out here. But as it's getting baled, I'll check these when they're done and see if there's anything out there. But for now, we're gonna keep going through the forest. All right, we're on mile 2.2. Finally got the second shed. Super hot and humid, and there are ticks everywhere. So that's the worst part of being in the woods, but it's a little guy. Check it out. Starting to lose some hope, and I still am even after finding this, but I still only found one shed from this season. This is an older one. You can see this little guy right here going through these trees. Another little 4-point. This one's a little older. This is probably, I don't even know, probably a year, 2 years old, probably a couple years old, but just a tiny little 4-point, but better than nothing. So I'm gonna keep on putting some miles. I'm going a little slower. Like I said, I'm only on mile 2.2 because I'm just looking, because it's real hard with all this green overgrown stuff. So we'll see what happens. Well, I'm just coming through this thick forest back here, coming out to this clearing. All right, just following this. Barely saw this. Definitely an old one. I don't know if you can see right at the end of my finger right there. The shed. Let's go grab this. It's another really old one. This is a decent buck. I mean, even now, it's pretty heavy. Would just been like a 4-point, maybe 5. I can't tell. There's some weird mass going on right there, but I mean, even for being so old, this thing's still got some weight to it. This is a pretty solid deer, but unfortunately, it's pretty old and chewed up. But we'll see if we can find anything else from this year. Still looking around. It's tough. Always seem to find the old ones, not too many fresh ones. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can find a second one. I'm telling you, the worst part of it all is the damn ticks. I keep cutting them in half with my knife. Every time I get one on me, pull it off, cut in half, drop it. Let's keep going. It's a shout out to Benchmade right there. Keep cutting those ticks in half. This is so trippy. Whoever planted this is just covering the ground. That's pretty much as far as I can see. Just covering everything. Oh, it's clear skies out here. I'm kind of hiking along. I started to notice it doesn't look too bad, but it's getting a little darker down there. You can see where the sky splits right there. And then I just happened to look at my weather real quick. I'm about an hour from my house, and I noticed that it says I'm in a tornado watch. Of course, we are here in Kansas, but it doesn't happen as often as some people may think. So it says about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna be getting some rain and some other issues coming. So I'm gonna make my way back to my car, which is honestly probably about 30 minutes away. It's a ways away. And see if we make it before that hits. Yeah, that's not looking so good. Let's get out of here. You know, makes it awful hard to look for sheds when you're trying to run away from a tornado that's on the way. Not actually a tornado, just a tornado watch, but some good red storm cells on the way over. So that'd be amazing. It'd be a miracle if I spotted something on the way out. We'll find out. All right, making it back closer to my car. I don't know. Infinity used to tornadoes. If you see some clouds like that, you know that generally means hail and some pretty severe weather. So we're still booking it. Man, it is beautiful out here. Some crazy weather going on, but I'm headed out.